What's up, Bay Area? It's your boy Daryl the Guru Johnson from Steiny and Guru. I got a special guest. It's my gift. I'll say that. It's my gift to you all for 2022. And it's the one and only Mr. Brett Berish, President and CEO of Southern Brands. Brett, welcome to the program. And I got to tell you, I see you got your bottles behind you. I got mine behind me, if you can see. But I can't wait to have you share your story with the listeners in the Bay Area. But first, how are you?
Guru, I'm fantastic. It's a fresh new year. This is our time. It's our year. I wish everyone all the best, the Bay Area all the best, and let's make dreams come true.
And that's what it seems like you're doing, because you are the man right now. Your brands are taking off. Tell the people about the vision that you and your family had to get this Southern Brands off and running. And right now, everywhere I look, Brett, you are there. The Southern Brand is there. Rick Ross, yeah, you're on the Breakfast Club. But tell us first how you got started and the vision that has all come together right now.
Well, first, I want to be transparent. Nothing's easy. You got your own story. Nothing happens overnight. Wow. So for me, nothing happened overnight. I've been doing this in my space for 20 plus years. My first big success, if those of you remember or know, Armand Brignac Ace of Spades.
Love
it. Then my next big success was Doucet Cognac. My current success is Bel Air, Bumbu, McQueen, and Vion. I don't know. I love my space. It's like you love what you're doing, and it doesn't feel like work. And I love building. I just love building brands. To me, they're all like children. You know, you got to manage them. You got to make sure they grow up correctly. You got to make sure they look right. They're set up right. So they're off to a good start, and you got to help them grow. And that's what we do every single day, me and my team.
Wow, that's a beautiful story. My late mother told me, find a job you love, son. You'll never work another day in your life. I won a contest, Brett, and 8 years later, I wake up, go to bed smiling, and it sounds like you're on that same path.
Yeah, there's no question. And I remember, God bless our mothers. My mom is my hero. I remember when there was a point in my company where we had investors, they wanted to wind up the company and stop it. I remember calling my mother and telling her, I'm happy. I don't need any money. If I could just survive, I love what I'm doing. And it was at that moment where everything became easy, because then I wasn't in a rush anymore. Everything just kind of slowed down, because it wasn't about money. It wasn't about anything other than, you know what, I'm happy. And as long as you're happy, you can keep growing and you can keep growing. And that's exactly what happened for me.
Now, I mentioned that your Southern Brand is family owned, and you're out of New York, headquartered in New York. Is that where you were born and raised?
Born and raised in Chicago. We have an office in Chicago, but Chicago is home. I got 3 older brothers. We're all in the business now. It's great. So Chicago's home. Bulls, Bears, Sox, Cubs.
I was just going to ask. Okay, so
that's home.
You got Jordan. You got Michael. Okay.
Yeah, it just sucks to have to look that far back, but yes, we got Jordan.
Now, for the people watching, you can follow Brett on social media at Brett Berish CEO. That's BRETTBERISH. And I just want to talk to you about, you mentioned the word business. And from my vantage point, Brett, business to me comes down to relationships and people. And you mentioned your mother. Where did you get that antidote from to where it helped you grow your brand to what it is today?
I think there's never one thing. I think you pick your points that kind of become meaningful to you. And for me, it's, along the way, it's been everything from, and they sound corny, but they're real, don't be afraid to try things. I get to interview artists. I have my own series called Self-Made. I get to interview artists. And the one thing that music artists all have in common is their number one hit, they never thought was going to be successful. Wow. Never. So that just proves the point of, you got to just let things breathe, let it go, see what's out there. It's like it's you trying something. Unless you try it, unless you went on Lucky Break, you don't know. You don't know what you have. So to me, I live and breathe that every day. I like trying stuff. I'm great at failing. Luckily, I'm better at succeeding.
Man, what an inspiration. I'm already fired up, just soaking it all in. Now we talked about your many brands, and like I said, you're out there. You got the sparkling wine, the gin. I mean, you got it all. And now there's something that you're about to debut. Can you speak to that? Or is this the form for, I heard the word cognac. I mean,
Yeah.
is that true?
Well, no, so today I've got 4 brands. My 4 kids are Bel Air, which is it's about to become the number 1, which is amazing, sparkling champagne in the United States. And this is a brand for everybody whether it's business, whether it's entertainment, any field you're in, trust your gut, because that's what you got to believe in. This is a brand that everyone told us don't do. Bamboo, our rum, it's the number 1 premium rum now in the United States. Again, everyone told us don't do it. Don't do rum. We've got our gin, McQueen the Violet Fog. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa, my friend. And now we launched recently, late last year, 21, a cognac called Vion, which is this little baby right here.
Ooh, how do you pronounce it again, Brett?
Vion.
Vion. Okay.
It's a 14th century poet named Francois Villon. He was an iconoclast. He was a badass. He went against the grain. He fought against bad cops and bad government. Some people think that the word villain comes from Villon. It's just the coolest thing. But in 22, I've got 2 new brands coming. I'm super excited about. It's taken me years to create, so we'll keep adding to the family.
That is wonderful. And I'm joined by Brett Berish, President and CEO of the Southern brand. And this is inspirational, man. I got to tell you, you are doing your thing. Now, you talked about Wiz Khalifa, Rick Ross. You've been on The Breakfast Show. Goldman and Sachs have said you were one of the most 100 influential entrepreneurs. In what juncture do you go to bed, Brett, like, you know what? I made it.
It's a good
I'm getting
question.
traction, you know?
Yeah, it's, I'm one of those people, the mentality is it's all going to go away, and I got to keep grinding. Every day is a new day. The year ended, got us all over. Let's go. I don't think like that. To me, it's about, the more we can grow, the more we can give back, the more we can work with artists, we can work with influencers, we can work with sports figures. The more ideas I have, the more I can try. Our team is growing. So it's all those things coming together. I still get chills when someone knows my brands. I get chills.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling. But it's still 21 years later, it's still fresh and still new and nothing's changed.
I got to ask you this. You showed me that pretty bottle. I always wanted to ask what goes into, because all your presentation is everything. What goes into the concept of, you know what, this is the bottle we want the cognac in. This is what we want the gin in. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, for me, it's gut. And when I first started this business, my biggest mistake, Guru, was if someone told me to change something, I assumed that they're smarter than me. I'd change it.
Wow.
If the black bottle, they said, don't do it in a black bottle. You can't see the liquid. Don't launch rosé first. You got to do a brut first. I would have listened. I learned my lesson. You're doing something you love. You got to trust your instincts. So everything to me it's a feeling. The name's got to feel right. The look and feel's got to feel right. It's like a puzzle, putting pieces together and making it all work. And if at the end of the day, it's the liquid's the most important. If it's not better than our competition that we're trying to compete against, I won't launch a brand. But I need everything to work together. Everything's got to work. It's a team, so everything's got to work together. You can't play basketball. You got to have a team. And for me, it's name, it's package, it's the inspiration, it's liquid, all those things together have to work.
Man, I'll tell you this before I get you out of here, and I appreciate the time. You are an inspiration, motivator, and I'm motivated now. I'm ready to run through a wall when we're done. So I appreciate the time. But before we go, share with the listeners, Brett, where they can get your brands.
You can you can find them hopefully any local liquor store, any major chain, bars, restaurants. But you can find them on social media. Hit us up directly. Official Bel Air, Bamboo Rum, Vion. France and McQueen and the Violet Fog, hit us directly. You'll find us. Keep watching our space because we're going to keep growing. And Guru, shout out to you, man. You got your own story, and it's motivating. Keep sharing your story because it affects people. It affects people to see a change take place and to see somebody doing what you love. And I feel the same way.
I'll tell you what, when you're in the Bay Area next time and you got time, hit me up. We'll catch a ball game. How about that?
Done.
I love it. Done. That is Brett Berish, president and CEO of the Southern brand. You can follow him on IG at Brett Berish, Berish CEO. Much love and continued success to you in 2022. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Guru. Take care, everybody.